Hey, top of the morning, y'all. Top of the morning. It is 5:51 a.m. Tuesday, February the 17th. You know, the Most High woke me up. And while I was asleep, right, I got a download, dreams, right? Dreams are downloads, if y'all don't know. You can find it in my book, We Were Never From Here. You know, you can find that book on Amazon.com/Arthur, AUTHOR/Aaron Galding. Or you can go to AaronGaldingBooks.com. Or I'm going to just put it on, I'm going to create a Google account and just start putting the books there, right? Because I really don't care whether y'all, I do care. Let me take that back. I would like everybody in the world to get the book because it's needed. It's one of the best books in the whole world, right? Literally, so they can wake up that dormant memory in you, right? We're in a season where it may be challenging, right? Because that dormant memory, right, is waking up. Anyway, in this download dream, the Most High showed me where to go, showed me what to do, right? And I'm just coming in from the assignment. You know, the assignment is always alignment, and the alignment is with source, right? Not the external, but the internal, right? There's a whole internal world, man. I can get into it, but I'm not, you know. I'm just going to be a gardener right now. A lady once said to me that I was a gardener, and I thought that was profound, right? Because I'm just a servant, and I do my best to serve wholeheartedly. I serve with everything, right? With all of me, with all of what the Most High implanted in me. Now, bus gang. In the dream, the download, it told me to go to a certain place because I had took a part of my gratitude, right? It was a conversation I was having with myself. And I wrote it down. Again, seemed like everything I write turns to poetry, right? And then I put it into this platform and I grabbed these healing vibrations. I typed in the healing vibrations and frequencies and I put them all together and I made it into a song, right? To my mom and dad, thank you, right? To your mom and dad, thank you. To our ancestors and allies, thank you. To the cosmic technicians, thank you. And then in the download, it told me to start putting it in all different languages, right? And so last night I put it into Arabic, I put it into Punjabi, I put it into, I think it's the language in Bangladesh. And this morning, I'm up early, man. For some 3:30 in the morning, man. Just doing marketing with my shining self, right? It's the frequency, right? And I was reflecting on this force that literally some of us was honored with the name Galding, not really understanding that that's not a name. It's literally like a title, but not. It's something that Source created before he created anything physical. Before he created anything physical, he created Galding. That's Gaul, Gaul /DIN. It's a force, it's a function, and it's a frequency. And then he also created the dreamer. All that is within, right? Then he made everything, made us, and he said to this other creation, bow down to this. They didn't bow. So our assignment, which is alignment, before we leave, right, old boy or whoever they were before us, they gonna bow. They gonna bow, right? In one of my chapters, I talk about how most people watched the movie The Matrix and never understood that the Matrix has been here for millennia, right? Millennia. Because if you look at our present day get on, right? Everybody, right? Just this day, people getting up preparing for the external. That's energy harvesting, right? The great lie, look, especially in America. America is a great experiment, right, on how to be delusional. And a majority of the people are participating in this great illusion, right? And delusion, because as we participate in it, we tell ourselves a lie that, this is what we're going to get out of it. And all we're getting out of it is the energy is being harvested. I didn't want to wake up, man. I was so comfortable, man. I didn't want to wake up. Show you what happened. The Most High sent a beautiful woman, right? She was fine as Jack, dude. It's in my dream, right? And she was about to get busy, right? And I really didn't want to wake up. Then all of a sudden, I had to use the restroom, and I got up so that I can, get in alignment with the assignment. I'm always asking, what are you guys doing, man, to improve the quality of your life? What are you doing to step out of this external race and embody this real connection with Source? I often wonder, man, how is it that I get to move the way I move and I don't have to do like everybody else? And all the needs, just like it was written in an allegory in a particular doctrine, right? All my needs are being met. I ain't in the illusion or the delusion. I'm not finna go exchange my time and energy for something less than what I'm worth. Let me get back to being a gardener, right? One thing that I've noticed, let me rephrase that. One thing that I know as a gardener is that some I encounter, they get it, boom. They get it really in this lifetime, right? Then some I continue to plant the seed so that it'll germinate in their time and their season, right? Then some I'm already in the know. They're not gonna get it in this lifetime because it's not their season. That's okay. Be a good gardener, okay? Literally, be a good gardener. Be good to yourself. If you're good to yourself, guaranteed you're going to be good to others. I had a wonderful conversation last night with my youngest daughter and Slim. I like Slim. They like comrades. And I asked them both, I said, do you know how to, first, what is loyalty to you? And I said to them, there's no right or wrong answer. I just want to see. And then they shared what they believed it was, right? And I use belief because we really live when you're dealing with Source, it's not a belief system, the construct of what they built here in America. America is a cold system, right? This whole get on is a cold system because it's constructed up on a belief that they're going to sell you, right? So they can energy harvest. And so Slim and daughter shared with me what they understood it meant to be. And then I shared with them. And I'll share it with you guys. If you want to know if a people is loyal to you, just kick back and play green, play dumb, Play the fool who think they fooling you, and pay attention to see if they consistent. If they consistent, they loyal, right? If they inconsistent, they disloyal as jack. And pay attention to jealousy and envy, right? Because most people who are jealous and envious, they don't like you. They don't like you, right? Simply because they can see your light shining. Always remember, everything that go down is about the light in us. All this trauma and drama that they create early on to perpetuate what they call epigenetics, right? They do it so they can easily manipulate you. I have a saying, it's even in some of my books, right? Now I'm finna leave the church, I'm finna leave the mosque, and I'm finna leave the synagogue. Ain't shit wrong with none of us. That's what the trauma and drama was for, so that you could play the cycle there's something wrong with your ass, right? Ain't shit wrong with us, other than the inability to tell the truth to yourself. That's it. Got it? Ain't shit wrong with us. However, the truth is something happened to us. And it was by design. Because they already know, the people who put the construct together, right? Think about a certain people, right? Think about a certain people. Now I'm talking about everybody in the world, all cultures. This certain people, right? They've fucked over all of us. Raped, murder, hung, still doing that shit to the day. They ain't never created shit but theft, okay? Then they created a construct to have everybody look at each other and say, each other's the problem. Wait, hold up. Are you really looking clearly at the picture? They fucking over everybody, right? So something happened to us. Ain't nothing wrong with us. What happened was they created the trauma and the drama, y'all. I'm just talking about being a gardener, right? I'm gardening right now. I'm planting seeds. What happened was they created the drama and the trauma so they can convince you something's wrong with you. Because they done fucked over us, right? They done violated us. They created violators and they protect the violators that violate, and because they violated us. And you'll never get to see who was the original violator, right? And why? Why all this trauma and drama and violation? It's because they want to disconnect us from the light of the source. Do you understand that it was written in an allegory in one of them doctrinal books, how wonderful our body is made? Do you realize that we made a light, right? We walk in eternity. However, once you get fucked over, you in a loop and you forget, wait, hold up. I can outlast what happened. What happened ain't who I am, right? What they say to that dude, excuse me, y'all, for that take that character literal. What they say to that dude, who do I say sent me? What did he say? He said, tell him I am sent you. I am, you are, we are light. We are the true existence of eternity, man. And then they sell another construct. Rest in peace to all our ancestors. I hope y'all heard how to call it, right? When one of our peeps transitioned, they just became ancestors, right? Oh, man. Look, we all got an appointed time to be gardeners, man, or not. We all have our appointed time to remember. This is about remembering, man. This ain't about belief. It's about each soul remembering to save themselves. Look at all the allegories and all them doctrinal books, right? It's right there in our face. Everybody saving themselves. You remember the story they was talking about? Samson and Goliath. Look, source say, look, that's the land that I want you to go to. That's your land. I promised you that. That's this place where we in right now. Right now, we in the promised land. This is the land that was promised to us, right? And we have the memory of the greatest civilization ever existed happen here. We have the memory, go to Grand Canyon, right? That's where they found King Tut's tomb. They also found it in Tennessee, you know, the real Egypt, right? Along the Mississippi, right? They found all the rivers that they was talking about. This in that book. This right here. It ain't over there, okay? I'm just being a gardener, right? I'm planting seeds, right? Knowing that they're going to ferment in the time they're supposed to ferment in whomever they're supposed to ferment in, right? I'm honored because I have the privilege to move unbothered. Not just in words, literally, unbothered. That don't mean, right, that they ain't forces doing what they do. It is. But there's other forces countering they shit, right? And I just get to move as a gardener. I'm just a gardener in the garden. I'm just a gardener in the garden. And when Source gives me direction through intuition, see, I don't need a map. I don't need a map. My intuition is my guide. I don't need a map. I don't get lost. Be good to yourself. I'm just asking you to consider it. Actually, I'm not. I'm planting the seed. Be good to yourself. Understand the delusion that was constructed for us to live in. See, because I use the term delusion because it was constructed as an illusion, so that we can believe it. Once you believe it, that's the lie we begin to tell ourselves. And it creates, let's just use one text. The text talks about 100 forms of fear. It creates those fears. And the body is so wonderfully made, man, that the early warning system is fear. And the purpose of it is so that we can name it. Quit lying, name it. Quit avoiding, name it. Quit competing, name it. Name it. And when it reappears, you will notice how much you've grown. Oh, how wonderfully made we are. We walk in light, right? We have within us the star systems, right? That we come from. We have embodied in us all these star systems, man. They got people claiming land. This my hood, this my block, this my country, this my land. I don't concede to any of that because I'm stardust. Within me is galaxies long forgotten, you know, that we've civilized. That's maybe a little too much for y'all right now, but I'm just a gardener, man. And the seed that I'm planting right now, I'm gonna ask y'all to remember. Remember. If you want to remember, again, I'm gonna put the whole chapter, I'm gonna put the whole book. We were not here. I'm gonna create a YouTube account, a different one, because I got to download. You just create a fresh account and then start labeling the books and put each chapter that I eventually put into a music form so that you guys can get this food. This spiritual food, this food for your soul, this food for your conscience, so you can unlock you. Know why? You deserve it. You deserve it. I've got many knocks on the door from many 3-4 letter agencies, and some of the knocks be like, "Oh, we just coming to do a wellness check." Man, come on in, man. I'm already knowing what the deal is. Some of them tell me, we didn't talk to our peeps. They say you dangerous. And I ain't doing nothing but being myself. I ain't doing nothing but remembering who I am, right? Remembering that I have a direct connect with source. I don't need no intermediary, right? I'm gonna go through another dude abroad to talk to source. Really? You got me fucked up. I told you I might leave the church, the synagogue, and the mosque. You got me fucked up. Because I got direct connect. You do too. But they constructed this system, right, to where you go hang out with, I call them Reverend Ripoff, all them other. Right? We source. And if you're not using your direct connect with source, you might be messing with a sorcerer. I'm just saying. So do yourself the greatest favor in the world. And that is to do everything you can in your power to remember. Remember who you are. Because one of the most beautifulest things about remembering, we all got the codes locked up in us, right? Source was so deep that he encrypted it because he already knew they was going to feed us poisons along the way. They was going to try to unalive us along the way. And Source, he encrypted the code in us, man. They can't uncrypt it. Only if you knew. They can't unencrypt it. They can't. You can become a case study like me. Because they study my ass. I know. Getting the download, man. That's how I know. Right? I ain't part of their system. And I care about you, the individuals. I care about y'all, man. It's time you start caring about you. It's time you start being good to you. I'm talking about real, real good. From the inside out. Hey, this is Aaron Gaulding, man. You can type my name in AARONGAULDING. I probably will show up on any browser. Or you can type in listen to the heartbeat. You might find me on any browser. Or you could just go to Amazon.com/AUTHOR/AARONG and check them books out. Just go read a sample or something, right? And grow up. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Let your soul breathe. Again, I'm just a gardener. I'm just in the garden planting seeds. I know some are going to catch on and ferment and grow. I know some going to have to wait till their time. And I know some not even going to get it in this lifetime, but the seed has been planted. Peace out.